Today I'm going to show you how to adjust the temperature on your hot water heater. Alright, whether you have a gas hot water heater or electric, this one's electric, it's going to be a similar method. Alright, so we're going to get started. The first thing we're going to do, and the first thing you should always do before you work on anything, is turn the power off. Alright, so we're going to cut the power at the breaker. I'm here at the breaker panel. Okay, this one's labeled. Okay, so we know that the water heater is going to be 5 and 7. But if yours is not labeled, you're going to have to find which breaker goes to your hot water heater. Okay, just keep in mind that it's usually not going to be any of these small ones. It's going to be these bigger ones up here. Okay, this one's going to be right here. So I'm going to flip that breaker. But if yours is not labeled, you can turn some hot water on for your hot water heater to start heating, and then flip the breakers until you can hear it go off. But that method is going to take 2 people. All right, that's just going to be an option just in case your breakers aren't labeled. Now that the power is off, we're back at the hot water heater. Okay, we're going to access these 2 panels right here. Okay, this one's for the bottom element and that one's for the top element, and they have temperature dials inside there that we need to get to. Okay, not all hot water heaters are going to have 2 elements, but in this particular case, we have one on the bottom and one on the top. Once you take the panel off, this is what it's going to look like, okay? And you want to still pretend that this has all the electricity running through it, okay? Don't go in there touching stuff and playing around, okay? So it looks like that. This is the temperature dial right here, okay? It's already on hot, okay? That's usually where the manufacturer puts it at. But keep in mind that you can't just go turn this thing way up, because especially if you have kids or something like that and they turn the water on, they can burn themselves, or grown adults can burn themselves too. Okay, so this one's in the middle. We're going to turn it up just a little bit right there. I also just wanted to add that I just turned that up and this hot water heater just came on, so that means that the breaker that we turned off does not go to this hot water heater. So that's why you pretend like there is power going through this thing at all times. I went back to the breaker panel and I turned off the correct breaker. All right, these breakers were mislabeled. So that's just another safety tip that you got to be careful for when you do this type of stuff. Okay, don't ever trust anyone else's work. All right, take all the precautions you can. All right, now we've done the bottom panel. I'm going to put that back on, and then we're going to move up to the top panel. This is the top panel. Okay, it looks exactly like the bottom panel, except this one has a reset button right there at the top. Okay, so if you're having problems and your breaker isn't tripped, then you could check that reset button right there. All right, but this one we're going to do the same thing that we did to the bottom one. Okay, and I'm going to turn this up about halfway between hot and very hot. Boom, right there. And that's about as hot as you want to get these, man, because like I said before, you can burn yourself, and there are legal restrictions as far as how hot you can turn these up as far as the temperature goes. All right, so now I want to put these panels back on, and then we have to turn the power back on. Back at the breaker panel, I'm going to turn this breaker back on. All right, don't forget to do that or else you're going to have cold water. Now that the power's back on, we're back at the hot water heater and you can hear it running. All right, it's on, it's heating, and that's pretty much it. All right, if this video helped you out, be sure to give it a thumbs up. And if you have any questions or anything like that, leave them in the comments. If there's anything that you're trying to do and you need help with, just shoot me a question. All right, y'all have a good day.